Hi there, welcome along to another workout for you to row along to. Today is going to be a 60-minute session, okay? Now, normally this kind of thing I do 6 10-minute intervals or 10 6-minute intervals, etc. But this time I'm going to mix it up. We're going to do like an 8-minute warm-up followed by a couple of short sprints, then 4 minutes easy, then some sprints, then we're going to hold for 10 minutes. So it's going to really mix it up to get you through that hour. I'm not even going to set my monitor to intervals. I'm just going to select workout, then new workout, single time, and then using your arrows, change it up to 1 hour, okay? Now, of course, you can just do a just row and just go along with me, but if you want to log an exact hour in terms of logbooks, etc., this is maybe the way to go. Okay, so I've got an hour loaded into my monitor, and we're gonna just go straight through, okay? So you're used to me doing a 4-minute warm-up and then we stop and have a wee drink. This time, no. So once we start, we don't stop. They're gonna be 4-minute easy chunks after some of the sprints and things, which if you want to have a quick drink, fine. But this is designed as a way to get you through an entire hour-long workout without exposing you to a constant hour's worth of hardship. Okay, so this is gonna give you a little bit of push, but it's also gonna give you the ease back so you can manage it. So, like I said, we'll talk pacing more when it comes to it. So we might as well just get straight into our row. Set your drag factor first. If you don't know about drag factor, then please check the video that I've got, which tells you what it is and how to set it. Put your monitor at eye height so you don't have to look up or look down, and set the foot straps so that they either cover the bottom lace in your shoe, or if you're in socks like me, they kind of go over the bridge of your toes so you're able to hinge forwards comfortably at the front. So for me, that's 4 holes showing, and I'm a size 10, in case that helps. Okay, so have a quick last drink before we get going. So we've got an hour's worth of rowing ahead of us. And we'll kick off at 18 strokes a minute and run about 2k plus 20, 22 for 8 minutes, okay? So in 3, 2, 1, go. And I'll call out all of the intervals as we come closer to the change-ups. But hopefully this will make sense. Hopefully it won't ever get to a point where you're bored. I mean, an hour on a rowing machine is a long time to spend. So it is quite easy to get a little bit just mentally fatigued at being on a rowing machine for an hour. But hopefully the variety within this workout and my company, oh, got an itch, will keep you occupied for the entire hour. So when it comes to pacing, although I've tagged this workout as a mid, if you take it super easy, you could probably keep it down at a bottom tier, or if you push each of the intervals, you could very, very easily make it a top tier. But basically the paces that I'm going to row this at are set so that I can talk to you for the full hour. I hope. Now, like I said, there's 2 10-minute intervals coming up that are at 26 strokes a minute and run about 2k plus 9 pace. The first one should be comfortable enough, but I don't quite know how I'll get on talking to you in the second one. Right, so we're 2 minutes down into this just gentle warm-up. And after another 6 minutes, we're going to do 2 30-second efforts, slightly faster. We'll do them at 24 strokes a minute and at 2k plus 12. But you're going to have 30 seconds rest, or at least back to this pace. This is every time I say easy in this row, this is what I mean. whatever pace you're rowing at right now, 2k plus 20, 2k plus 22, or if you have no reference on your monitor for 2k pace, you've never rowed a 2k before, or your monitor doesn't show a average 500 meter split, then the only thing you can do is kind of a perceived effort level. In which case, this warm-up and all of the easy intervals I talk about should be an effort level of about 5. So you use these, there's my watch asking if I'm rowing, yes I am. You use these intervals, well, the first one's to warm up, the ones during the session are to help settle you down, and then the very last one is a cool down. So it's a total of an hour's rowing entirely, whereas normally I'd say it's like half an hour's row, but you've got 5-minute warm up and 2-minute cool down on top of that. Not today, it's all rolled into one 60-minute workout. Another day where I've forgot my fan. I'm already hot. So we've got coming up for 3 minutes left of this warm-up. So let's quickly make sure that we're all on the same page for technique. I'll fly through it now and talk more about it later. Please be sure that when you address the front of the machine here, your shins are at vertical and your body is leaning forwards into like a 1 o'clock position. Just a slight lean forwards. Then, as you finish the drive with the legs, your back should be in a 11 o'clock position. And then you rock forwards again into the 1. So you're always going from 1 o'clock at the front to 11 o'clock at the back. Shins vertical at the front, arms straight as you drive out the catch. Nice and relaxed arms, but straight. And you get them straight again as quickly as possible after the finish, when you've pulled the handle into your chest. Now the last thing to say is just, once again, that this is a pushing sport, that you're pushing with your legs rather than pulling with your arms. You finish by pulling your arms. I'm not saying you don't ever pull your arms, but the majority of the power into the stroke comes from your legs. Okay, so 1 minute, and then we're going to do a couple of, just two 30-second intervals at 24 strokes a minute and 2k plus 12. There'll be a 30-second rest in between, and then there'll be another easy 4 minutes like this. Remember, we've got a whole hour to go. There's no point wanting to get too tired, too easy, too quickly. Right, so in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're going up to 24 now. That's one stroke every 2.5 seconds. And I want 2K plus 12. Should feel nice and relaxed after all those 18s. 2 more strokes. Take 30 seconds easy. Back down to 18. This is just a little leg taster for the time being, just to get them primed for what's to come. Okay? And now we go back up to 24 again. That change up can be quite deceiving sometimes. Getting the rhythm right. I think I undergunned the 18s. One more stroke. Back down to 18. And that's it for the primer. We're going to go back to 4 minutes easy. Okay, so 4 minutes easy starting now. Like I say, don't worry if this all feels a little easy. It won't for much longer. This is just about getting you kind of, what's the word? Kind of ready. It's not a word. Ready or prepared are the wrong words. Warm. Probably just warm. Warm enough to attack the next interval, which is 5 30-second intervals, but this time at 30 strokes a minute and at 2K pace. You're still going to have 30 seconds in between, but it's still only 30 seconds. To come after a 30-second interval at 2K pace. So the next set of intervals, if you think this stuff is easy, well, the next stuff will change your mind. And you'll be quite glad that we started off quite easy. Remember, I haven't done a proper warm-up separate from this, so this is why we're gradually moving into this. And as we hit 2 minutes into this easy interval, I'm hoping you are starting to feel warm, maybe a couple of beads of sweat running down. You shouldn't be huffing and puffing, but you should also be well aware that you're on the rowing machine putting in a little bit of effort. Remember, this is a 5 out of 10 effort right now. And we're about to go up to probably closer to 8 or 9 out of 10 during the 30-second intervals. And these ones, these easy intervals, not only give you a chance to just calm down a bit, but just try and work on your form, get your stroke right, concentrate on a few aspects of it that you might not have right, so that as you hit the faster intervals, you'll be doing it as efficiently as possible. If nothing else, think of the amount of food you can eat after this. This is going to be a calorie burner. I'll guess about 650 odd, 700 minus the 100 you'd burn just being alive anyway, so likely to burn about 500 to 600 calories. Okay, so in 3, 2, 1, we're about to go up to 30 strokes a minute in 2K pace. Make sure and carry on driving from those legs. Get the power from your leg drive. Obviously your back and arms play a part too. Alright, here we go. Back down to easy. 18 strokes a minute. It's one of those down. This part should make you feel like you're working hard. 2, 1. Here we go, back up to 30. And 2K pace. Don't ease off your pace. This one might surprise you a bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to 18s. Remember, 2K plus 20 to 22 is a mid-session pace. Two, 1. Okay, here we go again, up to 30. Whew. This should feel harder to hold your 2K pace, but certainly is for me. Get that leg drive. Get the hands over your knees. Initiate your recovery. 3, 2, 1. Back to 18s. It's the third one of them done. You should feel like you're working hard now. 3, oh no, sorry. 1, sorry. This stroke coming up. Back up to 30. Sorry, lost count. 2K pace. 30 strokes a minute. Get those hands over your knees. Finish strong with the handle. Remember your back rocking motion. 3, 2, 1. Back to 18. One more to go. 3, and it is this time, 2, 1, final one. Back up to 30, 2K pace. Come on, it's the last one of these, you can do it. Got another 4-minute easy after this, so don't take it easy on yourself. You're only cheating yourself if you do. Last one. Back to 18. So we finish this 30-second rest or easy, and then straight into a 4-minute 18. Okay, so here we go, just 4 minutes easy again. Take this time to just calm yourself down. If you need to stop and have a drink, then do so. I don't want you to do this one dehydrated if you're gasping for a drink. After this 4-minute easy, we hit the first of our 10-minute intervals. Now that is going to be up at 26 strokes a minute. And if you're looking for a mid-tier workout, I recommend around about 2K plus 9, maybe 2K plus 11 if you start to struggle. Top tier workouts should probably not go much faster than 2K plus 7. Bearing in mind, we've still got almost 40 minutes to go here. And there's no point blowing your chips on your first 10-minute interval. So the point of everything beforehand is to kind of get that zing out of your legs so that the 10-minute interval is going to feel like you're riding the top of your comfort zone. Right, so that's 2 minutes gone on this 4-minute easy section. Continue to hold 2K plus 20 to 22 at 18. Try not to go too much slower. You may feel like you need to, but these 4-minute easy intervals should be long enough for you to just tickle your way through them and get to a point that you're ready for the next one. Again, the 10-minute is going to feel like a tough workout, a hard workout. That's why it's a mid. 1 more minute to go until that starts. So once again, it's 26 strokes a minute for 10 minutes at round about 2K plus 9, either 2 seconds faster if you want a top tier workout. You can maybe drop down to 2 seconds slower and still be a mid, or any slower than that if you want to keep it at bottom. But still try and keep the 26 strokes a minute, regardless of what pace you choose. It's good to learn control over your power along with stroke rate. Okay, so in 3, 2, 1. So up to 26 strokes a minute. Might take a while just to get the rhythm right for 26. Yep. Surprised myself there and got bang on. So here we go. Shouldn't feel, at this stage anyway, too arduous to maintain 2K plus 9 or whatever you've picked. So I should let you just focus on what's happening with your stroke. For instance, do you think you've got that backswing going on from 1 o'clock at the front to 11 o'clock at the back? And what you want to try and do is hold your 1 o'clock position for as long as possible. Basically, as your leg drive starts to finish, that's when you swing back into 11 o'clock. So try not to swing back too soon as you start the drive. It's 2 minutes done. Hopefully you're being sensible about your pacing. If you haven't, this is going to be burning your quads by now. If you'll be kicking yourself for going out too hard. I know I've been a little bit woolier about pace, but hopefully I've been clear enough about not overdoing things when you didn't need to. Remember, just keep up with me for stroke rate. It may look as though I waver up and down a bit. And to be honest, sometimes I do, but I always fall back to the right stroke rate. Just keep on concentrating on that leg drive. It's the first thing to go as you get tired and fatigued. Well, actually, first thing to go is your stroke rate, but hopefully you're following along with me. 4 minutes done. You should be able to hold your pace. So if you're slipping, think about stroke rate. Think about that solid leg drive from the front. And whether you're snapping into the catch at the front of the machine, if you want to try and pick it up as quickly as possible, as your leg drive initiates. 5 minutes done. Halfway there in this interval. And if you're having issues and feel this is too high a stroke rate for you, then the two things I'd focus on are your return of your hands, getting those arms away as quick as possible, which starts your recovery nice and quick. 6 minutes done. So your arms away gets you sliding comfortably, but then also concentrate on the rhythm of your stroke. Solid drive, recover. There shouldn't ever be a point when you're jagged or where your stroke comes to a halt. You're not stopping and then in, stopping. Should all be a flow. 7 minutes gone. As though you're dancing with the machine. We're halfway through today's workout. Less than 3 minutes to go on this interval, which should feel hot and sweaty and like hard work, but not unachievable. Trust me, if I can talk my way through this, albeit having to stop every now and then to take a couple of breaths. But if I can do that, you can do it too. Eight minutes gone, 2 to go. And then at the end of this interval, we're back to the 4-minute 18s, just to give you a chance to reset again. Like I say, it may be that you need to stop and have a drink at that point, and I'm not going to shout at you for it, especially if this is your first hour-long row, or if you're pushing harder than you normally would. All right, 1 minute on this interval. Should easily get to the end of this one. My heart rate's certainly up there. 167 with a max of about 175. So this is a top end mid for me right now. "20 seconds. Now don't just take this as a rest and a drink if you don't need to. If you can keep going, Keep going. One more stroke. There we go. Down to 18. Whew. Hopefully not far off 2K plus 20 to 22. After this 4-minute easy interval, we're going back into the 30 seconds at 30 SPM again, 30 strokes per minute. 5 of them again. Oh. It's still not a top tier workout for me. I don't feel like I'm exhausted and gonna fall off the machine at the end. And I hope it feels the same for you. I mean, my heart rate's still up at 160. I'm out of puff, soaking wet, and terribly attractive because of it. So it's definitely tough as old boots, this one. Excuse me. Two minutes done on this, then we've got 2 more minutes. Now this session is based off a indoor cycling session that I've done for years actually. I mean, I started cycling seriously in about 2007, and when I had my little turbo trainer in the garage, if I had an hour to spare, this is what I do. Obviously at cycling intensities rather than rowing intensity, but it's just as effective on the bike as it is on the rowing machine for giving you a solid hour's workout. 1 more minute to go, then we're back up to those sprints. And I mean, it's a popular workout anywhere you look on cycling, to do a bunch of sprints and then hold a pace you can hold, if that makes sense. Designed to take it out of you, but not absolutely destroy you. Like I say, you can attenuate your pace if this is starting to get too much. Okay, so sprints at 30 strokes per minute come up in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so 2K pace. Now, this certainly feels a tad tougher than it did the first time round. 5 strokes to go. 2. Last one. Back to 18s. Now I'm finding myself doing that overlean into the front of the machine. So I'm going to try and work on that on this interval coming. Okay, one more stroke. And now we're into 30s again. $2K pace, if you can manage it. I'll admit, I've slipped 3 seconds. 2 seconds. One more stroke. Back to 18s. Really think about getting that handle away from you on these 30 strokes per minute pieces. $2K plus 25 right now. 2, 1, here we go, third one. Try and finish your stroke with your legs without having to yank forwards on the foot straps, if possible. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to 18. There's the third one done. Oh, yes, still 2K plus 25. Two more to go. In 2, 1, here we go. Get your stroke rate up. Try and get to 2K pace. Three, 2, 1. Back to 18. I wouldn't recommend this as a lunch hour workout unless you want to go back to the office. Still a puddle of mud, puddle of sweat. 3, 2, 1. Last one. Now, come on. This is your last 2K effort of this entire 60-minute row. Try and hold it together. Keep the pace up. You've got another 4-minute easy off the back of this. There we go. Back to 18s. See out this 30 seconds. However you want. If you want to go a lot slower at 18, then do that. But as we hit the 4-minute easy, I want you back up at a good pace. So here we go. 4 minutes easy. $18 strokes a minute, around about 2K plus 20 to 22. If you're in the mid workout territory. We've only got 17 and a half minutes to go, of which 7 and a half are at this pace. So, with any luck, you're feeling energized and looking forward to the finish rather than dreading the next 17 minutes and 7 seconds. 1 minute gone, and you'll probably have guessed that once this 4 minute easy interval is up, we're going to go back into that 10 again. So 10 minutes at 26 strokes a minute. And anything from 2k plus 7 to, I don't know, 15 if you want to go through the entire gamut of top, middle and bottom. If you find your hands are sweaty, maybe so wet they're starting to blister, do be sure to pay attention to 2 minutes gone. Pay attention to how you're holding the handle. A nice relaxed grip, almost like hooks over the handle, is best, with your thumb underneath, maybe lightly touching your forefinger. But what you're not doing is choking onto it, trying to kill the thing. Not only does that tense you up and have an issue with your stroke power, but also that grip can cause blisters anyway, and by keeping your hands relaxed in a hook position, you'll let a lot of air circulate around them, reducing how much sweat they create. Fair enough, we're 45 minutes into this and you're likely to be a bit moist, in which case try and dry your hands in your shorts, or maybe you've got wristbands, or maybe you wear gloves. I don't do gloves. My hands are fine the way they are, and I still wear a wedding ring, and that doesn't cause an issue. Get more blisters playing the drums than I do rowing, and I know that's down to technique. Right, so in 3 more strokes we're going to go back up to 26 strokes a minute and 2k plus 7 to 15 depending on your pace. So here we go. I'm going plus 10. Yeah, I think I'll stick to plus 10. Any more, and this will rapidly become a top tier workout. But this 10-minute workout is the last effort of this row, this 10-minute interval more like. After this 10 minutes, we've just got 4 minutes, easy, cool down, at whatever pace you see fit. Hell, if you want to stay up at 26, and see out the hour, and by all means do. Just make sure to factor in a cool down at the end as well. Now my legs are certainly feeling it this time, but I know that it's just feeling it. It's not exhaustion. I'm not going to have to stop. I just have to focus on form to give my quads a chance to recover in between strokes. And that's the point of the slide. You shouldn't use your quads to get you back down the rail. It should be all about your arm and your backswing getting over your knees, and then you just bend your knees to slide to the front. I know I'm a broken record, but this is the point when muscles start to get fatigued and you start to do all kinds of weird and wacky things to try and continue. 3 minutes gone. Really try and drive those heels into the foot plate as you start the stroke. Think of pushing the machine away the same way as you would start a deadlift. Heels planted. You wouldn't start a deadlift off the balls of your feet, would you? Here we go. 4 minutes done, 10 minutes to go in total. 6 minutes of this 26 stroke interval. I'm sure there's easier ways to cover the hour and maybe go further, but as an all-round workout, giving you sprint, top end aerobic, and then engine building aerobic. This is a hard session to beat, and 5 minutes gone. And it should mean that if we're doing 26 strokes at 2k plus 10 right now, 2k plus 13 or 14 for the whole hour shouldn't feel insanity. If you're unsure about that, of course, just build it up. Maybe do 6 10-minute intervals with 2 minutes rest in between at 26 strokes a minute and 2k plus 13 or 14. That should teach you that your body is more than capable of completing an hour at that pace. Of course, if you beg to differ, I'd love to hear from you. I've slipped to 11, I'm afraid, but I have no intention of picking it up. All right, 3 minutes to go in this one. This is what I mean about knowing your body. If I try to push 2k plus 9 or 10, even from now, number one, it would definitely move it from a mid to a top, and it might also just be too much for me to manage. So I'd rather finish the hour and have the mental win at completing it than be bullheaded, not be able to finish, and be disappointed with myself. 2 minutes. Only 50 strokes to go. You should be happy anyway to be in single figures on the monitor to go. I know I am. Beginning to think I should have taken more water on board before I started. Mouth is as dry as a desert. Doesn't help that I'm talking to you, of course. 1 minute to go. 5 minutes until we're done for today. And I'll give you 15 seconds after this, after you get into the last interval, to just find your rate and pace again. Hopefully you won't have to stop for a drink or anything, because there is only 4 minutes to go after these last 4 strokes. Okay, here we go then. Recover. Whoa. Right, see if you can get back to your 2k plus 22, let's say 24. For this last 4 minutes. Oh, well, that was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. As we see out this last 3 minutes and change of an hour-long workout, I hope you made it to the end. Hashtag is WOW60. WOW, then number 60. Just put that to prove to me you made it at least this far. And then feel free to post a screenshot on the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/RowAlong, or just search RowAlong. Check out the website, RowAlong.com, for information about my rowing plan. Check out indoorrowinginfo.com for links to other rowing plans. Other plans are available. It also has stuff about apps that work with the Concept 2 and routines and challenges and lots of info about indoor rowing, which just leaves me with the pressing matter of dinner. And it won't surprise you that it's a Friday night. Hands up, all you at the front of the class that know what that means. Friday night is spaghetti night. Spaghetti bolognese. But with a difference being, I've stopped drinking. Putting on way too much weight, and all the empty calories from the beer and wine and Jack Daniels is the culprit. So I had a good stern talking to myself, and I've given up drinking. So tonight will be spaghetti and caffeine-free Diet Coke. Woo! Actually, I'm remarkably pleased with it. I've been on this healthier eating kick since Monday, and it does feel amazing. So I've completely reduced my sugar intake, absolutely cut out alcohol and cakes and chocolate and biscuits and crisps and all that crap. And it feels like I've got more energy, and it's incredible. I am filming a vlog video for it. I'm not entirely sure if I'll upload it. Depends if anyone's interested or not. But I have to lose like 8 kilograms to get back down to lightweight, so okay, last stroke for me anyway. That's the hour done. Oh, I'm gonna go log that on the Concept 2 logbook, because that's a handy bunch of meters. I mean, just under 14,500 meters for me, so with all the slow 18s, that's what's kind of kept it under 15. But of course, if you just held a 2-minute pace for that entire row, then you would have got 15,000 meters if that's what you were aiming for. So anyway, so I'm happy with where I am. Shoulder didn't really hurt that much, apart from one point where it did feel kind of tough to talk to you while I was rowing during that second 10. It was manageable, but I definitely put that, for me, at a solid mid, the solid kind of top end of mid, workout. But if you just attenuated that couple of seconds either way, then you'll either be lying on the ground, with that being a top workout, or you'll be like, hey, I'm ready for the day, because that was a nice bottom feel. So however you did it, I hope it went well, and well done on rowing 60 minutes and putting up with my chat. Anyway, I hope you're all well. Stay safe, please. Be well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.